Good Sunday morning. The wind is up. I've been tinkering in the shop here, getting some propellers ready. I'll work on them later. Got 5 props will get pitched up to different pitches. That should be good. I need to get some dope on this airplane so it's drying. I also polished up the spinner. Polish that one and polish this one. Pretty easy to do. You sand them with 1,000, sand them with 2,000, rub them with, put them in the drill, microfiber, and Mother's aluminum polish. Make them shine like a diamond. So let's get some dope on this thing. Also went to Harbor Freight this morning and bought some primer. The cans are now 10 ounces instead of 12. What a joke. Same price, less paint. Hopefully this the sandable stuff works just like DC 540. But I'm gonna, because this is a quick finish, I'm not gonna, and I'm not worried about weight. Gonna weigh what it's gonna weigh, but should be beautiful. Let's see, we got this going here. So all this goes on the wing, and then we'll prime it and paint it. Should be able to get her done relatively quickly. Looks like I might need to paint this upside down. We need 3 coats of dope on this tissue. Then we'll prime it, sand it, and shoot it. We'll spray it. Went to Lowe's this morning, bought some Valspar house paint. I'm not going to paint that on here, but I thought about it. I got a sample. Well, this has got the fuzzies. So we're going to work on propellers after I get the coat of paint on this. slather it on. Almost looks like you need tissue over the top of this to. We might do that. Okay. Then comes the sanding part. Yeah, we can't put any dope on that yet. She ain't sanded. You can get dope on here though. We got any artists out there that want to design me a super street graphic? Otherwise, I got to do that. We need to sand this. This is not good. That is not good. You know what? I'm going to take it off and finish it right. I'll get it papered up. So it goes in the bottom hole on this one. I wonder why Steve hasn't come by or hasn't called. I guess he's not worried about finishing his airplane. Be done sometime 2025 at the rate he's going. You remember I didn't round over the leading edge of this. It's still square, but we'll get it right now. You guys can hear how rough that is. I can hear it. But it ain't rough now. I went to the local flea market today. This morning and bought a master airbrush for $10. Brand new in the package. He had 25 on it. I said, I'll give you 10 for it. So I got about 20 airbrushes now. Good ones. That feels pretty good. Pretty good for a quickie. Finishing is not that hard, trust me. The sanding is what the bitch is. Okay, that's it. Got a coat of dope on that. We'll do 2 coats and then we'll paper it. Because this already has Z-epoxy on it. Whole thing is Z-epoxy. So we'll set that there. Should be able to turn this over. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, all these edges look pretty bad, but you can't sand this stuff until you get some dope on it. We'll get the super fill on this today. We'll be painting tomorrow. So today it's a week old. And I could have done it faster if I'd have worked on it. But only time I've worked on it is when you guys been watching. There ain't nothing to these. Gordon, get yours done. Got a little loose right there. We'll have to tighten it up. There we go. Yonda! Someday I'll learn how to do all this shit. I've got to paint my front door and porch today. Boy, just that little bit of sanding I did on this made fuzzies already. The way this looks, I may double cover it, put some silk span over the top of this, because it looks like it's fuzzy. We can't have that. Should have looked and see if they had 2K clear at Lowe's. I don't think they do. think I'm gonna have to get it at Sherman-Williams. Let me buzz. Yep. Joe Gilbert, I just sent him a message. Let's see here. This is Joe Gilbert here. We'll hear if we can hear him.
Robert, what's going on? I just saw your text just walking out of church.
23,000 going on 20. It'll be 24,000 today.
How can that be? That's remarkable.
You are a YouTube star.
Yeah, right. You did it. That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah,
oh my God.
You're on air right now, so watch what you say.
That's funny. That's remarkable. How's the Flite streak coming?
I'm putting the dope on the wings right now.
Good for you.
I'm gonna give this to somebody, you know.
They fly pretty good. Fly that rascal once. It'll make you better for it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna fly it.
It turns quick. That
You see how much?
That's gonna go fast. I don't know that engine, but
I made the elevator twice as wide as the stock one.
really.
Yeah,
that's gonna be huge.
That's on Gordon Delaney's suggestion.
Wouldn't argue with Gordon.
No, I should have made this. I only made the tail an inch longer. He said I should have made it 3 inches longer.
I don't know. They turn so cat quick.
Yeah.
When you release them, they fly off. Well, mine weigh. I've got one with the what is it? FP25 on it, I think. And I built it from scratch. Everybody told me I couldn't build one at 20 ounces like the ARF. So I built it out of 1/16 everything. It's very, very fragile. And sheeted through the edge. And that rascal, I've flown it for years, hard, real hard. They're a combat ship, there's no doubt.
Right.
But they'll turn tight, Robert. They will.
I got a if the Johnson 35 doesn't work, I got a C35 Super Tiger. That's the exact same bolt pattern that I can put in it.
Good.
So, but I'll fly this. I'll bring this to the Nats, and I'll probably end up giving it to somebody there.
That's fine. It's been a good build.
Yeah, just, you know, I was given the motor. I had to buy the kit that I'm going to throw out, but
yeah, you keep it for parts in case you want to build another that you want.
Yeah, I doubt there'll be another one. I'm working on propellers now. I've cut my lines to 63 foot, or I have 3 sets of lines, 61, 62, 3, and 4. And I'm working on propellers. The propeller that I had was flying the last time was 4 pitch. You think I ought to go up to 4.5 pitch to run the motor a little easier?
Yes.
Yeah. I wish I lived close to you so we could trim this a little better, but
we'll play a little bit. Is this on a 75? You running on the PA 75?
no, it's brand new PA 65, the one I picked up at Brodat.
Man, I had a lot of luck with them years ago, running with what they called an ether greenie.
Yeah.
It was a 12 1/4, 4 1/4 pitch green prop, 3-blade.
I might have one here.
17 3/4, 17 1/4 to 3/4 pipe, and maybe 10,000, 10.2 at launch. And it was a pretty nice combination back in the day. The prop pitch is a big deal. It needs to have the right nitro at the right time to come in and go out. Lap times ain't everything it's about. So maneuver speed, line tension during the triangles, triangles and square eights. That's where your power comes in.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll let you go. I got to get back to this video.
Oh, no worries, man. Good talking to you, Robert.
You too. Movie star, YouTube star.
You're so good. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Joe Gilbert. Yeah. Sultan of sanding. Get this. I need is some 100% dope to go around these edges here. Let me see if I got some 100%. Well, I don't have any 100%. I don't think. Wait a minute. Yeah, we got this. We got this. We'll have to mix up a little more top coat is all. So, well, I went to this. I went to this swap meet today, and a guy stopped me and he said, "Naval Aviation, what squadron?" I said, VF 211. He said, VF 124 for me. I said, really? Because I was in VF 124. That's the RAG squadron, training squadron. And he was 83 years old. I mean, we sat and talked for forever. But when he was in VF 124, he was at Lemoore, and I was at Miramar, because VF 211 had F8s, and I think he was an F8. He was an aviation electronics technician, and we had a lot in common. really good discussion. Okay, let's see if we can't wrap up some of these. We'll get a coat of this on this thing, then go back to the other stuff. Need to seal up the pores on this shit. Joe Gilbert, the YouTube star. $23,000. I think we got 200 or 300 thumbs up on that video in a week. So basically, what I got here is I could fly this. It's almost ready to fly. Doesn't have no paint on it, but got enough on it to fly. Looks like shit, but we'll get her painted up here. So I gotta let this dry. We'll flip it over, get a coat of this thick stuff on there. Get some tissue and start tissuing this thing. Let me get some tissue. Yeah. See, we need another coat of this on here before I cover it. Quick sand and then a little bit of tissue. Still sticky. Can't flip it over yet. Can't flip it over yet. Well, if I can't flip it over, I may as well tissue the bottom here. Everybody got the covering down easy? I mean, pretty good. Pretty simple. There we go. Surprised my club brother hasn't called me to go to the gun range. You bitch. So the regiment on this is Z-epoxy, wipe it off, sand it, dope it, tissue. That's the quick finish method. Like I say, this method was taught to me by a guy named Bill Noyes. He lives in California. And he didn't even know he taught me. I just copied him. He built some pretty airplanes. Okay, let's, we need a piece there. Here. Good morning, Roy. Let's see here. We want to tear this. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Gary. Trust me, 60s and 70s, none of these techniques would have been told to anybody. Couldn't hardly get anybody to show you or tell you anything. Okay, that's that side. Now let's do the other side. So we need to tear it. It's already torn. We go from this side. We need to tear this down this way. Already torn. Good. Bitch. You bitch. Now you've seen how easy this is. There's no excuse for not doing it. Yeah, I make it look easy because I've only done it a few hundred times, but there's no reason why you can't do the same. It's that easy. Pretty crude. Okay, we have to wait for this to dry so I can turn it over and do the top side. Then it's just a matter of putting the dope on. Still kind of tacky. Put it on, take it off. Can you do the same? Yes. This is silk span that I just put on here. This is not polyspan. Polyspan here, silk span on the fuselage. You can do the same with Jap tissue. It just takes a little more finesse. Now, if I had this in a paint stand, I could just turn it over and keep going, but we're glued. Shit. Boy, it looks nasty. Looking nasty. Oh. Got some foam on the wings. Guess I better get some paper on it. Let me get some paper set down on this foam so we don't do that again. So I know I can use my towel. That is right here. At the bottom, of course. Okay. Should have known better. Ain't no big deal. It'll all come off. Man, look nasty. So we gotta wait for this to dry a little bit. I think I'm gonna put some tissue right there. We got the fuzzies coming up. It's the only bad thing about polyspan is the fuzzies. You know what? We're going to go ahead and cover this with tissue because the fuzzies are tacky. Wonder how that would work. Double cover. If it don't look right, we won't do it. Somebody said, well, you can't do that. Yeah, well. You're probably going to ask me, why am I double covering it? Because of the fuzzies on the polyspan. So I think this will take less dope if I put this second layer of silk span on it and give it 3 coats and we'll be done. All about fast on this airplane. We don't care how much it weighs. It's going to be light regardless. Never done this before, but I don't see why it won't work. That way you get the best of both worlds. A little heavier, but I'm not going to deal with fuzzies. We got all kind of fuzzies on the tip. Should be painted with that white instead of this. thing will be indestructible. Okay, I got one wing panel sheeted using Gorilla Glue and lots of weight. Well, I ain't sold on Gorilla Glue. We tried Tom Dixon's method of Gorilla Glue, and I don't care for it. Works for him, not for me. I like the Z-Epoxy method. Now, does anybody know why I did what I did here? I'm going to do all the wings the same way. Silk span takes less dope than polyspan to fill and less fuzzies. However, polyspan is super durable. And I did want to have polyspan on this airplane. It'll be hard to poke a hole in this. Not impossible, but it'll be hard. We're going to need some more. We're going to need more. I got more. I got a lot of more. I got enough of this tissue here to cover 20 airplanes. I bought it. They were selling it because it's only 2 foot by 2 foot. It's not long enough to do a complete wing, you know. Big stunner. But I got it at a swap meet at a super deal. Figured I'd use it somewhere. And I use it on all my fuselages. Come on now. Well, after seeing what happened to Jake Boone's airplane, I'll never use SLC covering on anything. I never have, but I'll never do it. It didn't stick down, bubbled up. The sun caused it to come up, and that's not Jake's fault because that kit came from the factory with SLC covering on it. It was Steve Moon's ARC Nobler. Like I say, I've never used the stuff, and after seeing Jake's airplane, I never will. Okay, we got that. So this thing was at 14 ounces last night without being double covered. We'll see what double covering costs. It'll be fine. It's much better. Much better. Now I gotta get that black shit off of there. It'll be fine. See, which one did we just cover? This side. No. Or is it? Yeah, it is. I need to heat that with a heat gun. Gotta be perfect. Like crap. We're gonna have to have a ton of paint on that to get those out. Oops. Yep, just gonna take more paint. So. Yeah, that came out. Okay. Ain't enough. That's enough. Hey, good afternoon. Super Streak is looking fantastic. Got several friends, new subscribers following this builder series. Got them interested during your great Rodak coverage. Great. I've decided to double cover this just because polyspan doesn't take the dope very good. It takes a lot of dope to fill it. So that will alleviate the fuzzies. You can't do that. Okay, watch me. I think 35 on this will have plenty of power to pull whatever this weighs. It'll be fine. Hudak thinks it's going to be under 30, but I think it'll be in the 30s. See, looks like I'm going to cut a few Super Streak kits for my old buddies that fly RC with me. Great. Make the tail moment 3 inches longer instead of 1 inch longer. Mine's only 1 inch, but Gordon said 3. So an inch longer on the nose and 3 inches on the tail longer. If I had to do it again, that's what I'd do. But Joe Gilbert seems to think this will be fine, inch in an inch. So we'll see what happens. Okay. When I went to Lowe's today, I was talking to the kid. He don't know nothing. Said, I need some paint to paint my front porch. So he shows me this Valspar shit. I got a free sample. Said, how long will this last? He said, 3 years. 3 years? I don't want to paint this for 10. So I bought Sherman-Williams. Of course, it was $20 more a gallon. Don't much care what it costs. I don't want to have to do it every 3 years. Been on the front porch has been. I have had this house 20 years and haven't painted it. So I need to get some paint that lasts at least 20. So I bought the Sherman-Williams super paint. And knowing the guy that I bought this house from, it wasn't super paint that he bought. He bought the cheapest shit they could find. Typical. Give me some cheap shit. Yeah, it turned out pretty good, really. Looks pretty bad now, but it'll be fine. Yeah, I missed Lone Star Balsa. I could call Riley up and say, go get me 3 of the lightest pieces you could find in the shop. He'd do it. Now I got to deal with guys that they're not into this hobby. They're just into making money, which is fine, I guess. So, so story about Riley Wooten. Gary Hayjack bought a bunch of wood from Riley, and Riley sent it to him, and it was rockwood. So Hayjack sent it back. Riley said, "Don't order from me again." Piece of dirt under there. It wouldn't have mattered, but I really used to like to go to SIG and get those old ladies to pick me out wood. They knew their shit, boy. Now, I used to go to Brodak and go in the back when I first got there. I would go in the back and hand select wood, but they have none. I mean, all their wood is plywood now, so I don't even bother. That, they wanted $28 for a 1-inch block. I realize prices have went up, but what we need to do instead of buying this stuff is figure something else out and let them eat that wood and see if the prices come down. Kind of like gasoline. When the prices are way up and everybody quits driving, the prices go down. It's hard to eat gasoline and wood and all this other product. I ain't buying no $15 glow plugs, I can tell you that right now. I don't ever expect them to come back to a quarter or even $5, but 15, give me a break. Thank you. That fixed the tip too. Had them fuglies on there. I bought, let me see if I got it here. I think, I don't know what I did with it. Yeah, here it is right here. I bought a spinner from Brodak, a 2-inch spinner, uncut. $33.89. Now this same spinner from Randy was $50. So we got a little reprieve there. You can't find them, so I should have bought more than one, but I wanted to leave that place with some money. Okay, so we got this side done. This side looks like it needs work, but gonna have to have several coats of dope on it before I can start sanding. Yeah, we're still okay as far as no warps. You got to have dope on it before you can sand. I'd love to sand all the fuzzies off of it right now, but that'd be a disaster. That would be a disaster. So let's do some tissue on the fuselage. This side first so we can top over the outside with it. There we go. Act right. Come on, stick down now. Give me a fit. Okay. Give me a fit. Gonna have to go get some more tissue. No, maybe not. We got two more. We got a lot more. Let's see what about that much. Okay. Yep. Yep, $2.95. Yep, that sounds right. They want almost $200 for one now. They'd be wanting a long time to get my $200 for a Flite streak. Ain't gonna happen. Okay, we got enough here. No. Maybe if I cut it straight. Yep. Nope, I didn't wet it. Shit. Wet now. Okay. I'd like to have a card of McCoy 35s. I think the card had 10 engines on it, and they were $3.95 a piece. Just not that McCoys were that great. It's just to have it. Be nice. Nostalgia. Yep. McCoy 35 was my first big engine. Anything big over 29 or 19, I mean. McCoy 29 was the most popular McCoy sold. I never owned one. It was 35s or 40s that I had. Okay. Well, my fuse measurements are just, that looks about right. They're unproven yet, but unproven. But I bet it'll be close. We're going to be painting this tomorrow, probably. No, I'd say by Wednesday we'll be painting, depending on how good a finish I want to do. There'll be a lot of waiting for dope to dry. Okay, got that. Need to do this one. We got to get the fillets on this thing. A lot to do. Yeah, shit. We need to tear up this way. There we go. Close enough. Close enough. That's gonna get super fill, so we don't care. I'm going to use 2K clear because I'm going to use Createx water-based paint for the graphics. We'll do the red in dope and the graphics in Createx. Because I got lots of colors. Do some airbrush work, and it's going to be nice. And you know, it doesn't have to look like an airplane. It's going to look like a custom car paint job. Some kid's going to be ooh. Might do some splatter paint. Might do some lace. I know it's going to have gold leaf, so some hand lettering. Because they can get no appearance points for it, so I don't care what, you know. It can look like a piece of artwork and not like an airplane. I'm just doing it. I'm doing it for content, basically, to give you guys something to watch. Yogi, my favorite fan. Where you been? I'm surprised Aviojet ain't watching this channel anymore. He built the Flite Streak 007. I wonder how much that puppy weighed. Heavy. Heavy. Okay. Well, this is a week old today. We got about, this is 12. I got about 30 hours in it, I guess. And this basically is a scratch kit. I had a kit and I cut the parts out of the kit because the kit wood was just so bad. Shit, it was bad. Bad. Yep. Get up there. Come on now. No monkey business. There we go. Now I have time to do what I want to instead of what I have to. Yeah. Well, I got lots that I have to that I just don't do. Like right now, I should be painting the porch, but we'll get to that sometime today. The nice thing about summertime, it's late. It stays light late. You bitch. Okay. Alrighty, now we got three more things to silk spin. We got this. And two wings. Got to make sure this stays. Goes this way. The grain is running this way. We're going to go that way. So it goes that way. Okay. Come on now. Don't give me any trouble. Remember, guys, if this content helped you, please consider becoming a paid member. It's a cup of coffee a month. And to do that, you go down by the subscribe button and hit the join button. That helps me bring this content to you. One cup of coffee a month. Where can you get interactive TV for $4.95 a month? And there is some crap on TV. Now, if you get a little warp in this, because I got it wet here, don't worry. When I get the other side on it, I mean, it's slightly warped right now, but we did lock it up with Z-epoxy, so it's not quite as bad as doing a raw piece of wood. And if it doesn't come back, the fix for it is steam. It'll come right back. Ever so slightly warped. Come right back. Put the other side on it. Okay. You'll notice I did that with the horn on. I'm not going to worry about taking the hardware off. Just paint right over it. Like right now, I can't get it to unwrinkle, so add more water. That'll relax it some more. There we go, laid right down. And just pull out the wrinkles. There's absolutely nothing to this. It's just practice. Okay, we're going to cut that off. Let's save that for a tip. The tip. Yep, I'm going to need one more piece. Yeah, this little airplane doesn't need flaps. One time you need flaps when you got big lumber wagons. The lumber wagons. I'd have been a little bit lighter if I didn't go with the poly span and just went with the tissue. However, it wouldn't be as durable. I bet it only added a half an ounce. And because this is going to end up in somebody else's hanger, I'd like it to last. Might not get rid of it till Brodax next year, though. That way it can make a live for 1 year anyway. Okay. Yep, straighten right up. It'll be beautiful. Beautiful. The nice thing about the Z-epoxy finish, the dope stays on top because the lid is sealed. It can't, I mean, it comes up quick. I mean, we're already getting a good shine on that. Okay. We're going to have some bugger there. Do some filling there. Filling and sanding. Okay. Either filling and sanding. You have to get some more water out of Windex. Yeah. Except it's going to be real responsive. Might be too much for a new pilot. Lots of elevator. I'm going to have to cut a 1/4 inch or so off of it. Come on now, lay down. I'm going to have to get some more water. Relax. There we go. Give me a battle. No, don't give me no shit. Lay down there. Trick is not to trap any air between the between the covering. If you do that, and then when it gets in the sun, it'll have a big air bubble. There we go. We got it. We got it. Shit. Okay, gonna be that way. Next video will be superfill. We'll superfill this up tonight. I'll do that. I'm going to end the video here as soon as I get the other side taped or papered off. And then we'll come back and we'll do the superfill. And that way it can be drying overnight or curing overnight. This all gets superfilled in here and the fuselage, and it won't be a 20 pointer, but it'll be a 17 anyway. So we're gonna have 3 coats on this. Or I can start painting or sanding, I mean. One is polish span, the other one is silk span. The reason being is polish span takes too much dough to fill. It is rugged, but I only want to put 3 coats on it. I don't want to spend a month on this finish. We're gonna put the tissue on it. So I have best of both worlds. Got it? I want it durable. I don't want too heavy. And I want it to look good. So we'll do the okay. Okay. One more panel and then we'll end this stream. And take a break. It's almost 2 o'clock. Okay, one more sheet. Maybe two more. That should be enough for a tip on there. It'll be fine. Come on, you can make it to the end of this job. I don't want to go fill it up again. Like nothing left in it. Yep, gonna have to fill it. Hang on a second, I'll be right back. I'm gonna have some more. Alrighty. That made it a lot better, putting that tissue on there. Get 3 coats of dope on it, it'll be fine. It'll be perfect. There we go. There it is. When in doubt, spray some more. There it is. Tired. Getting tired. There it is. You prick. Getting tired. Okay, let's cut this off so I can manipulate it. Okay, so this way. And then this way. And this way. Dirt. Get dope off my fingers under the tissue. There it is. Okay, you didn't lay down there. What the hell's up with that? Shit. Let's see if I can rub it in. Oh yeah, that's good. We ain't gonna play. I'm just gonna cut. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. There we go. Okay. Come on. There we go. We got a torn spot. Yeah, got a wrinkle there. Gonna have to sand out, but it'll be fine. To the point where I don't give a shit. It'll be good. Be good enough for what it is. There's the stopping point. It's all covered now. Fuselage is tissued, elevator's tissued, wings are tissued. It's all about 3 coats of dope now. Yeah, that second covering, the polyspan sucks up the dope. It really helped put this silk span on top of the polyspan. I can see it's staying on top. So it will take considerably less dope to do this job. Not that I'm skimping on that. So we had 14 ounces when we started. We had 15 yet. Might be you got lots of water and dope wet on there. It's 14 and a half mode. 17. Yeah, we gained 2 ounces. Of course, it'll dry out some. It's got lots of water in it. It'll be fine. Well, I don't need no help. Unfortunately, people that help me are in the way, so I don't need no help. This camera, this filming is in the way because I can really, God darn it, wasn't dry enough yet. I can really move when I don't have to talk and I don't have to stand in front of this camera. I'm just going to let it dry. So all this dope And this extra covering added 2 ounces. But it is still wet. You know, there's lots of water in this. So I don't know. It'll probably drop down 15 ounces when it all dries. And I don't like that. Quit, as John says, quit aggravating the paint. I'll just let it dry and see what happens. We'll sand it up, get another coat of paint on it. You know, it's going to be what it is. There's not much I can do about it. I figure 30 ounces for this airplane. Well, we got 2.5 hours in on this session. That's plenty. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. Drop me a super chat. Super thanks. Please consider joining, becoming a paid subscriber. It really helps me out. Get anything out of this content, give it a thumbs up. We'll be back in a little while. See ya.